Hey guys, spring has sprung and welcome to part 4 on the Bass Dumpster. The 1982 Glass Stream Angler 18-foot bass boat that, well, was originally kind of just a dumpy, neglected boat. And then we got her running and had a lot of fun. I've had more fun on this boat than any of the nicer boats I've ever owned. The Chrysler 100 horse is just running like a top. And I wasn't gonna do a part 4 on this boat. I threw it on Marketplace for $1,500. Quite a few people were interested, but a lot of you requested a part 4, in particular, Jello's Random Channel 4182, I think the name is. 15-year-old kid down in Texas who does a lot of bass boating and stuff, and he put some YouTube videos up too.
What's up, dudes? Jello 4182. Storm's coming. It's about to start pouring. We gotta get the Kuna back to bank.
Drop a link to his channel down below if you want to check him out, but I kind of promised him a part 4 on this boat, so let's dive in and see where this goes. The number one thing that needs to be taken care of is the shifting on the lower end unit. So it just kept jumping out of gear toward the end of last season. It would barely go into gear at all. So let's dive in and see what's up. I really should be working on the airboat. I even have tools still out for that, but I like to jump around a little bit. It's a nice day. Maybe we'll even get the dumpster out on the water. And just dropped the little Gussie off outside. She's going to work. I guess I got to watch him. You going to be a boat dog or what? How do you like the boat? I'll leave him a little ramp in case he wants to come up. Looking all good in here. Nice tight wiring. What do I got here? Okay, I got these all zip tied. Look how many wires are on each post. Transom seems as sturdy as it was last year. Somebody's repair job still holding on here. Yeah, those supports are good. I guess we should double check its strength before starting it up. I see a little separation on this steel plate, which these stainless steel reinforcements, whoever added those, that really helps a ton. I'm gonna give it the jump test and see if it rips off. Well, I'm gonna say that's good for another season of boating. I mean, I wasn't jumping on the end, but that's 185 pounds hanging at the way end. That's a lot of stress on there. Good to go on the transom for sure. Thirsty pups. He hasn't been drinking that much water for some reason. What if I bring the chickies out for you? He doesn't seem to want to murder them, so that's good. And they don't seem to want to peck his eyes out. He's not even interested. Look at that. All right, well, I'll leave them be for a little bit. Just want to make sure I get them used to being around each other so it doesn't create any problems in the future, whether it be him attacking or them pecking at him when they get bigger. See if there's any feeling at all. Yeah, pumping up a little bit. Look at that, first fire. Come on, these things just don't die. Little Gus did not like all the noise. He went hiding in a hole. I'm sorry, buddy. I know, it won't be loud like that when we're in the water. And now that I've made a nice pool to sit in, let's take this off. Okay, that's enough poop on the boat. You girls got to go back out in the yard. We got Miss Alpha over here posted up. Woo, look at her go. She jumped all the way to the other side. That was incredible. She got it. Look at that. So graceful. Drained out the oil and got her up on the bench. Things are not looking good. First of all, listen to this when we turn the prop. It doesn't sound good, and this is actually rubbing the case a touch. And in neutral, if we turn, hopefully you guys can see this, if we turn this shaft, it's extremely hard, and listen to the noises. It does not sound good. It's kind of up and down play also. It shifts into gear and the prop turns. It's just really bad. So that wasn't seized. So that's a good sign. Now that's been so much easier now. This is loose on here. That's just the zinc though. It's in place to be like a sacrificial anode, similar to what they put in, say, a water heater, so it corrodes before corroding the aluminum. The water pump's still in good shape. Good amount of corrosion around this upper O-ring. This seal actually seems decent, but I had oil in this section when I did the water pump the first time. I've been letting this bearing carrier soak in PB Blast, but it seems pretty corroded in there. Definitely need a puller that's pretty, with some really long bolts. In my 1/4-inch bolt drawer, I have these two. That is a long stretch for these tiny bolts. Not feeling too confident, but let's give her a little go. No, that's just wanting to flex. Yeah, it might be moving. I can't tell for sure. However, I gotta get some washers under these because they're getting ready to pull through the holes. There it comes. Okay, she's moving. That's great for your hand, yeah. There it goes. Alrighty. And there is the outer bearing carrier. You see these O-rings are pretty darn shot, and it was very seized in there, but came out. Still got to get the inner bearing carrier off. Oh, the ring split in half. Or is that, oh, I think it's supposed to be split. Okay, I see. It's a split ring. See, once you break both sides loose, I thought I broke the ring for a second, but this seems to be designed this way, and the carrier holds it in place. You see, I got my parts nice and organized over here, so it'll go back together just like a breeze. There's that split ring. And then inner bearing carrier. Need some very long bolts to be able to grab those 5/16 threads. I got some threaded rod that'll work. Yeah, that side budged. Moment of truth. What do the gears look like? Whoop. Go back to that. Oh, that's bad. Yeah, this missing a bunch of chunks out of this. So, yeah, that makes sense why it started, you know, getting troublesome. I've got the nut off the end of the drive shaft, but I cannot get it off. There it goes. Yeah. It was almost like a press fit. It's splined, but yeah, it's got a taper fit at the end. That dug in quite a bit. It needs all 3 gears. It needs a new shaft. Look how chewed up that is on the end. The dogs on here completely rounded off. And that's why it was jumping out of gear right here. See how this side's sharp? Well, the other side should be sharp also. And they're all rounded and tapered off. And in the gear, same kind of deal. So when this is locked in, when you load it up, it wants to boop, push it out like that, especially if the shifting mechanism is sloppy. The shifter's on the back here. You see it slides that dog in and out. So if this gets playing it and it's not holding it in gear like it should, it starts jumping, and then it just gets worse and worse from there. And I guess about a week later, I haven't been able to locate any lower ends on the cheap or parts. However, I've been offered this unit right here, which is a 125 force. I believe basically the same thing as the Chrysler. In fact, I haven't taken any measurements or done any research, but this looks to be just about identical. It's got a bent prop on it pretty bad, but guy said, yeah, take the motor if you want. Apparently somebody was renting here for many years, for the last 15 years or so, and then they stopped paying the rent a long time ago. They don't want to take the boat, so this property now has to be vacated. Doing kind of a bunch of videos here, one on his cat too, and he's like, yeah, take the motor. US Marine Power 4-banger. Definitely looks different than the Chrysler, but very similar too. Fuel pumps right here, same linkage on there with the engine. Yeah, that rock's tight. The starter's engaged on it. Looks like somebody tried starting it and then gave up on it, and the starter stayed up in the locked position. Carburetors move. Yeah, so I'm definitely down to take this motor, but it might be easier to just take the whole trailer. So let's uncover it, see what it looks like. Decent looking from the outside. It's a 17-footer, but not pretty on the inside. My feet were falling through on the floors. I mean, not that I expected anything more than that. I think we'll not take this one home and just take the motor off of it. We're gonna try to get it running first though, is what I'm thinking. So I brought some gas, battery. Let's see if it cranks up. I'll go ahead and check this gear oil first too, see if there's any water down there. Oh, there is water on the bottom. Darn. That's not good if it's been sitting that long with water in there. I'm sure the bottom end is just toasted. The gears are probably super rusted. Oh yeah. Here comes the water. Oh, okay, not that much. Only a little bit. Let's see what the fuel looks like in these bowls, or if they're all gummed up. It's so funny, sometimes people make fun of me for wearing gloves. It's like, have you ever had 20-year-old fuel on your hand? Stuff stinks. That only smells like maybe, I don't know, 5 years or so. Oh yeah. And these are pretty spotless looking inside though. I think this is gonna start just fine. The bottom one was a little bit nastier. That's got some, oh actually it's got a big slug of stuff in it. Let's set this down. And the gasket tore, but ugh, look at that. It's like a piece of tar. That cord might need to be removed, but I just hit it with some brake clean and tried to clean it out as best I can. We gotta lube up this starter gear that's seized up. There it goes. Tote tank. Got a steel fuel tank in it. Fuel primer bulb. It's a little damaged. We got the Optima red top hooked up. 800 cranking amps on that. And let's see what we got. Right, oh. Okay, so when I push in, we're getting full choke. They're not retracting super well though. Gonna lube up that choke actuator. It's a little solenoid. See if we have a kill switch up here. Oh, we do. Look at that. The lanyard's broken. I got that pulled out with some vice grips. Let's try out this trim. All right, I hear the solenoid going, but no trim action. Nothing. Cross our fingers, we got the spark. Oh, I heard a spark. I heard a fire. Oh yeah. Yep, it's taking fuel. Let's see if these overflow at all or if the floats stop. Floats have stopped. Spark. my God, you didn't put water on it, the water pump, you destroyed it. This will be a great opportunity to see what kind of damage has been caused to that impeller running it dry. And this was a true dry start because it's been sitting for so many years. That impeller was probably just, I mean, it could have been damaged before though, so who knows. But if you had your boat in the water 1 week and then you go start next week, that impeller is still wet in there, so it's not a true dry start if you started without the hose on there. I'm gonna try one more thing, see if the bottom cylinders kick on with some spray. There's the 2 top ones running. There it is, okay. There's all 4, so that just needs the carburetor clean. There's all 4 running. Very nice. Okay, let's pop this thing off. Definitely taking the whole motor since it runs good. Look at that, gonna be rolling in style too. Perfect fit. Is the shaft the same length? Got a groove here. Oh, look at that, it's perfect. Splines look the same on the top. Only difference is this one's shaved in, probably just to save on weight, I'm not sure. This is a solid shaft, but this is gonna bolt right up. Let's see what the water pump looks like. Look at that, still looks fine after starting it up completely dry and revving it up. A little bit of extra wear. The housing is spotless inside too. Very nice condition. Got this newer one out of the Bass dumpster. Look at that, it was meant to be. You can't even tell a difference in the paint. Perfect fit. Just gotta swap out this bent aluminum prop for the stainless steel one that was on the dumpster. And we'll be ready for the water. Unfortunately, it looks like rain, but let's see what we got here. Oh, there it goes. The zinc's in pretty good shape. Have a little bit of gear oil leaking out down here, so I'll probably need seals too, but we'll just run it. Look how far that PB Blast ran down the shaft too. That got creeped all the way down there. Coat up those splines with some Bel-Ray marine grease. Missing the lock tab washer, but I got faith in that nylock. We've already drained the water out of the bottom. Let's see what the level is on the fill. Nice purplish green fluid. Smells good. Right up to level. And if this tray was coming when I was coming by with the trailer, I mean, that's tight clearance. So it's all nice here right now, but in about an hour, there are many boulders that will be a major hazard. At low tide, they're all fully exposed. I think we'll go south of the bridge, let it rip, and then come back up, do some fishing. Can't beat him. Is he cold or?
Yeah, a little bit.
No. Yeah, it's a little touch chilly out today. It doesn't look too shallow, but the water's very murky and the depth finder's not working. How about the fish finder? No, that ain't working either. But luckily we don't care about this boat very much.
I do. Don't get rid of this boat.
You want to keep this thing?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the junkiest boat ever, but she is a lot of fun. See how the water's pulling out so much? See how fast the water is as the tide's dropping. This little lake is just emptying out. we're gonna just shut her down, let the two-stroke smoke clear, and let this pull us right back to the river. Probably get caught in this tree too a little bit. See that? Junky boat, don't care, it's no problem. Best boat ever. Got Jen casting, reeling, no luck yet on the bass dumpster. Gus is probably gonna go pee soon. We gotta take his little, look at this little fin he's got on the back. I think we gotta bring him in shortly. No striper this time. We gotta get her pulled out because the tide's dropping very rapidly here. You see, when we launched, it was all the way up here, and now it's down there. And they're actually replacing all the timbers at the train tracks. Next day, I did want to show you what this ramp looks like closer to low tide. We're actually an hour past low tide right now, but see, we were launching the boat right here, and you know, if you tried pulling the boat in at low tide, it's tough because you got to drive all the way down onto these slippery rocks, and then there's not much of a drop here at all. It's 8 inches of water all the way out until you get pretty deep in there. No go. Another perk of having a junky boat you don't care too much about is you can park it on the street. Free storage, as long as the trailer's registered, which this one is. Well, this has been parked here for about 2 weeks now, and oh well, still here, nobody's messed with it. Let's go for a spin. So the owner of this property actually just stopped over to say hi, and he's just wanted to see whose boat it was. He obviously takes care of his property. It's really nice. We had a great conversation. He's like, yeah, I don't know if you could move it down a little bit further, that'd be fine, but apparently he said it's kind of been causing ruckus on this street too, so maybe we'll find a better spot. We don't want to piss anybody off. You know? Let's do a quick GPS run going downstream with the current. You see how fast the current's moving, probably a couple miles an hour. Got a solid 40 mile an hour. Pretty decent for the bass dumpster. Gus is like, dude, oh, he rolled forward off throttle. I'm sorry, buddy. I know, you're not used to this live fast. Okay, no. I am so happy to see this little guy exploring around the island. He's chewing sticks. He's literally playing tug of war with Earth. He's been trying to get this one little root out for the last, oh, I broke it. For the last 10 minutes. Here, buddy. I finally got it. There you go. Get that stick. Oh, you got the sandy side, you dummy. Normally he's on the water with us and he's kind of like miserable on the boat, and now he knows the boat means sandy fun islands. Right, Gus? Little Gus was walking under a hazard here. Look at this thing. It seems like it's about to, oh, it's probably not going to fall, actually. You can literally use it as a rope swing. Whoa!
Hop on the bus, Gus.
Woo!
3.
That was the best break I've ever seen, actually. I go back to get my beer. It's tipped over. Yeah, did you drag this log across my beer?
Sorry. Exotic South African biltong from across the world. Halal.
Beef jerky.
Beef jerky.
Halal beef jerky or giant smoked sausage.
All right, come on.
Here we go, Gus. What are you going to go for?
Gus,
what do you got? Go. What do you got?
we go.
Oh, hold on. Let's see if he goes for yours. No, he's just passed right by yours. No,
he did like yours a lot.
Yeah, he did.
He did like yours.
Damn, Gus. Now he's chewing the hot dog stick. I asked Jen earlier, hey, which boat you want to take out, the Sea Ray or the dumpster? She said the bass dumpster, the crummiest boat we have. Came out to the same island that Gus likes. Look at this. Oh, I'm missing these from the other day. Sweet. Got my sunglasses. Cool. Like this.
Gus, you dig it in China?
What are you doing there, huh? What are you digging for? We started a new rule. Every time we come out on the river, we're gonna bring trash bags with us. Hopefully get something other than plastic in the future. but use the ones we got for now. And we're gonna fill one trash bag each time we come out with litter that we find. Maybe get a couple tires out of here too, but just, you know, cans and other plastic debris will oh geez, that's just falling apart, huh? Oh, that goes all the way under. There we go. It's not huge, but it's something. Better buried in the ground at the dump or recycled, which it probably won't be recycled, but this all ends up in the ocean eventually and turns to microplastics. I guess we'll actually leave the cans. Why not? Those can be recycled at a later time. Aluminum is not really causing much harm. There it is, one trash bag load of plastic that we will haul out of here. This is less plastic that will end up on a beach near you, since again this leads out to the Atlantic Ocean, well, the Delaware Bay and then the Atlantic Ocean, so less microplastics in your fish. And I know it's a small dent, but this is actually aluminum, so I will scrap that.
What is it? Ah! What is it? What is it?
It's a
what is it?
piece of wood. You weirdo. Oh my gosh.
Just a good old boy, never meaning no harm. Beats all you never saw, when trouble with the law since the day they was born. Straightening the curve, flattening the hill. Someday the mountain might get up with the wall and make
What's up, Tucker? It's like, yeah, we're gonna fight, we're gonna brawl.
Good boy!
Tell them whose boat this is.
Probably. I guess I won't. No, it was probably him.
Getting ready to launch a dumpster today, and this guy's boat was just completely underwater, but Cito yanked him. Oh, because the trim, you couldn't get the trim up, or?
He told me to get off the boat before.
I see. All right. Yeah, because it's only a couple feet deep there, so
yeah, it's really
we're probably
much.
digging hard. Definitely the worst place to pull, but look at that, held up fine. C-frame for the win. You know you tied a proper bow in if it still comes out after tugging a boat. It turns out he doesn't have a trailer at this ramp. We dropped the dumpster in the water, and I'm gonna let him try. We're gonna try to get on the dumpster trailer. So where's your trailer at?
I'm at the Bordentown boat ramp.
Oh, so it's up there.
Right
yeah,
at
yeah.
the 295.
I'm actually headed there too if you need a ride up. Yeah. Damn, he went underwater. Oh man, that's scary. You got it. Great. My man, you scared me for a second. I didn't even see you go under. Do you need to get anything off your boat and then you hop on with me? We'll go back up to Bordentown?
That's just my wallet.
All right. Probably a little heavier than what this trailer's designed for.
Yeah, it's maybe a little rated.
Tire's only squatting a touch. Giving these guys a ride back up to Bordentown. They got Jack on board, and yeah, Bass Dumpster putting in some work. Little Gus is over here. He can't play with the dogs yet though, because he doesn't have all his shots, so we got to keep them separate. All right, Kevin, I'll talk to you in a bit. Hey, yep, see you guys. Say bye, Gus. Say bye to him. I'm gonna take Gus out to the Sandbar, hang out for a bit, and then give him a call later. That way we can do the trailer exchange, because of course his trailer's at this ramp. Missed most of the Sandbar because the tide's coming in now, but that's okay. I'll still stop and let Gus run around a little bit. Gus, you making new friends or what?
Oh,
He just had to sit in my truck forever because there was a boat sank at the ramp actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and Gus. Gus. Come on, you can do it. Oh, there he is. Good boy.
you gotta get your shoulder wet.
All right, man. Well, I'll see you out here soon. You don't want to stay and hang out with those kids? He's like, no, they were mean to me. Well, he's trying to get on the boat. Oh, it's too tall for you. I gotta get you a little ramp. Island's almost gone. Just me and you, Gus. Better put your life jacket on soon. Problem with staying this late is the water's constantly pushing this way. You guys can see the current's ripping up and across. See, I have to pull my boat so sideways, but that's okay. It's a small boat. We can muscle out, no problem. And there it is. It's gone. Gosh, you sleeping over there or what? He's worn out. The other guy's on his way back to the ramp to meet me and swap over. You know, when you see white caps, it's time to go. So I'm sure you're glad to see some grass. Yeah. He's like, oh, sweet. Finally find a place to take a dump. Pulling out with the Ranger. No water in the dumpster. That was a good time. Let's see if this lower unit took on any more water. I wouldn't be surprised if it did, because you guys saw it had a little bit of a gear oil leak too. Been kind of neglecting it. And no water on the bottom, but it is a little milky, as you can see. So yeah, definitely some getting in there. We're about a month later, and I've been storing the boat in a more commercial kind of area successfully this whole time, which has been cool. It's not jamming me up in the backyard. However, it was all great until the chief of police showed up at my house yesterday, and he was like, hey, he was cool and everything, but he's like, boat's gotta go, man. You gotta read the fine print. And apparently you have to have a vehicle attached to it. There's no trailers of any sort that can be stored on the street. So gotta find another option. Let's try a different township. This one's on the way to the boat ramp, and it's kind of a much more industrial area. I'll see how long it takes before this township's knocking at my door. But listen, that's gonna cap this video. I just can't let this boat go at this point, although I don't have the storage, and you know, maybe I just need to get a bigger property so I can kind of store all this junk. But I did put the Sea Ray up for sale, and once that sells, I'll probably put this at Jen's house. I don't think we'll be doing any more videos of this boat unless you guys have a crazy idea, or we just do something bananas. Drop a comment down below if you do have a good idea. Also, stay tuned in future videos. I'm thinking we might do a giveaway on this boat. If one of you guys might be interested in owning this, and you're not too far from Pennsylvania, I'm over near Philadelphia area, let me know. Drop a comment down below. If there's maybe at least 10 or 20 of you guys that would even want this boat, then maybe I'll do a giveaway on it where you gotta buy a hat or a t-shirt to enter or something, and if there's only maybe 50 of you, you'd all have a really good chance of owning a boat. That's probably gonna need some TLC and such, but I mean, she's turnkey, ready for the water. You've seen how much fun this boat is. And the last thing I'm gonna mention is, if you're a YouTuber that rebuilds boats and you want this thing to do some videos on, refurbishing it, taking them all apart, replacing the rotted wood, and doing a proper job, reach out to me, shoot me an email, or on Instagram or Facebook under the same handle, and I would definitely give this boat to somebody who wants to completely refurbish it. I would certainly consider that. So anyway, that caps off the part 4, and thanks so much for watching. Any feedback, greatly appreciate it, and I'll see you in a future video. And yes, part 3 coming soon on the airboat. A lot of people have been commenting, asking what the deal is, and I'll just kind of doing a little bit at a time. And got the rat in, fuel filler neck, battery installed, whatever. Not much to go, but definitely one of the next couple videos, along with the Jetstar 1250. Got this little 12-foot jet boat for free. It's got an 800cc Suzuki, so that should be kind of a fun video too. It's been sitting for maybe 20 years or so. Look how big those little chickies got in just maybe it was a month and a half, 2 months. Huge. Be laying soon.